Disclaimer. Welcome to Two Cops, One Donut podcast. The views and opinions expressed by guests on the podcast are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of Two Cops, One Donut, its host, or affiliates. The podcast is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. We do not endorse any guests' opinions or actions discussed during the show. Any content provided by guests is of their own volition, and listeners are encouraged to form their own opinions. Furthermore, some content is graphic and has harsh language. Viewer discretion advised and is intended for mature audiences. Two Cops, One Donut and its host do not accept any liability for statements or actions taken by guests. Thank you for listening. All right, welcome back. Two Cops, One Donut. We finally got an opening with no problems yet. With me tonight, I've got Deadleg. How you doing, brother?
I'm your good luck. That's why will keep me around.
You are my good luck because you have all the bad luck. So
you're right. I take it away.
Yes, it works for me. I love it.
You're welcome.
Jumping over real quick. First, well, let me give you a little bit of news. Banning won't be on tonight. Trey won't be on tonight. Matt won't be on tonight. Basically, nobody can make it tonight. There was a bunch of shit that happened. People were going to. Deadleg's the only one that was like, yeah, I'm good. Like, and no issues from the whole crew. So we got Deadleg. Brian, our special guest, is he thought it was at 9 our time, and I had to show him the thumbnail picture that clearly says Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern. And so he's scrambling to get to his house so he can be on. He said he'll be a little late. And then I also possibly have Kevin Donaldson from the Suffering podcast jumping on. He's a buddy of mine. So we'll see, but I want to go over and say hello to all of our loyal, what's the best thing to call them? Connections?
Sprinkles.
All of our sprinkles.
Sprinkles for the donuts.
Yeah. Especially Brock, because his birth control shot didn't go well for him. So we got Harrison Brock in the house tonight. David Edmonston, my mother, Michelle. What's up, Mom? Who else we got? I think I saw a Constitutional Country Girl. Mike Cucumber in here to give me some shit. Marine Blood, my dedicated Discord first sergeant, as you will. And then I've got I haven't seen Tim. Is Tim out there? Marble King, Constantine. Relax, bud. We're here to have some talk, but if you're gonna just troll through the comments, we don't ban people quickly, but I just need you to come to the table to actually have a conversation there, bud. Don't spam. All right. Jerry Worms, we've got some legends in the house tonight. He says, "Hey Eric, I can make it." I love it. Brian Thompson in the house. Another one of our Brian. I don't know if people know this. Brian started our Discord for us. It was it's kind of a barter system. He had me check over his resume and I churched it up a little bit. And then he's like, "I'll make you a Discord." I was like, "You know what? I'll take it. Sounds good." Harrison Brock, you're going to get a visit from the FBI for that. Yeah. For those that don't know, behind the scenes, I had the FBI looking at my LinkedIn. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
So I sent a screenshot that didn't go through because I can't remember where I was at. I didn't have a bunch of signal. I may or may not have a buddy that's actively with the FBI. And when I was in Alabama for PFE a couple weeks ago, I sent him a selfie from outside and he texted me back. He said, "Great. Now I have to report this as a security breach." So,
nice.
Maybe me. My bad. Will blame me.
Nice. So news. Let me get out the news here. I did a podcast with my dad. That one is out, so you guys can see that one. He's a retired 30-year lieutenant. So that was fun. A little old school versus new school. My dad was telling me stories that he's never told me before, and I had to look at him with shame for most of it. And then he redeemed himself at the end, but it was just funny because we just had that discussion. I'm like, we grew up in different times. We were cops in totally different eras. And I was like, in the way you police, I couldn't even fathom it. I was like, we are such different police officers. It's amazing. For two guys that are so similar. Like, we're very similar people, but Policing, completely different. Oh, geez. All right. Take over for a second. Deadleg, Brian's asking me, how do I log in?
Oh, goodness. So other Brian says he's had the FBI, DA, ATF trolling him. Yeah, it's one of those things where I just assume that everything's been hacked and you're already being followed. So I like to just randomly search for stupid random things just in case you are. So whenever it goes to trial and they go, well, look, he was plotting this. And then you go, actually, he was trying to build a dollhouse. Did you see this random thing that he was searching over here? But actually, I did just get back from Alabama. I was down there. Our 3D printing company got invited to put on a class about what 3D printing can do for police and police fleets and the police fleet management and upfitters and all that stuff. So we got to talk. We got to put on our an hour-long class, and then we got asked to leave because we drew too big of a crowd. So it was standing room only. And then afterwards, when we got done, we got ushered out because the next presenters needed to be there. But it was pretty cool. We got to walk around the floor afterwards, felt like a celebrity, and got to see a bunch of people from podcasting because I'm with Two Cops, and I do co-host with Eric Tanzi with Failure to Stop on Fridays. So it's hard to tell from like where, because a lot of times I don't know if you've ever been recognized, because it's a conference for police stuff. So I think that ups the probability of being recognized. But have you been recognized and like someone tells you like, hey, I know you from this, and then they don't know you? Like you have no idea like where you remember them from? Has that ever happened?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
looking over at Marine Bloods over there policing White Bob 1988 or Wit Bob. Come on, Wit.
They'll give him a check. That's the great thing about a good community. A community is about discussion. And if you're just going to yell, then that's what the community is about. That's what being a troll is about. So the community will self-police itself. That's what's awesome about like building this community at like with the Discord and the other things, that it almost does self-police, where the community itself will like look, this isn't us, guys. If we're going to talk, let's talk. If not, we're not going to just let you yell.
Yeah.
The entire time.
Somebody said, hi, Mike Jones. Is Mike Jones in the house? The Mike Jones that I'm thinking of? You know who I'm talking about?
No, but we have been pretty hard with the 90s references last 20 minutes. And we've been live for like 5. So
do you remember his phone number? 281 330 8004. Mike Jones, baby.
That both shows our age and shows our age.
I know. Mike says, I troll the FBI. And then he goes, you just proved that we don't need police. Shall I remind you of the city of Chaz that they tried to do?
How'd that work out for them?
Yeah, it didn't work out too well. So look at Minnesota Black Robe Regiment. It sounds like a menacing name. I'm just saying. It sounds like a cult that's in the woods chanting. He said Minnesota BCA, the FBI both looked at me for speaking out against COVID measures in 2020. Well, you should have moved to Texas. We didn't have COVID measures. Love it. Mag dump. Acorn Falls. I'm hit. Oh, David Edmondson. Haven't been harassed here since January 6th return trip. Oh, Jesus. Uh-oh. I think we got Brian. He figured it out.
Yeah.
Look at you. What's going on, buddy?
How are you?
Living the dream, sir. Glad we got you on here.
Hey, so man, when you say 9 o'clock, I'm thinking like 9 o'clock my time.
I literally sent you the thumbnail and told you 9 Eastern.
No. I went back and looked at my message. I said, what time? You said 9 p.m.
What does the picture say?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look at the picture.
It's your picture, and you're supposed to share it.
Well, how many of those have you sent me, though, honestly?
And I sent you the link to the live stream that also says that tells you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I love it.
anyway, okay, let's get to our introductions. I would like to introduce everybody in the chat to Officer Brian Stahl. He is a firearms instructor. He is former Under Cover Narcotics. He is also former SWAT and has been in the policing industry, what now, 20 plus years?
Yeah, a little over 20 years.
A little over 20 years. And with the latest thing that we discussed on the podcast, he's running for U.S. Congress, which is so weird for a cop. So
Yeah, I was actually just at a dinner with some people, and we had a good dinner meeting, and I thought I still had an hour to go, so I apologize for being late.
Oh,
Well,
you good, brother?
thank you for the nice welcome and introduction. Hello to everybody. Glad to be here.
So, Brian, this is your first time on. I'm not sure if you've ever watched any of the lives, but typically we make the first 20, 30, 45 minutes, depends on how much the crowd likes you, about you. And they'll pick, poke, ask questions. Now, you do know my crowd. My crowd is pretty even keel. There's some people that don't like cops. There's people that love cops, and there's people that are
Great.
kind of like on the fence. So you're going to get questions all across the board. I'm sure
Okay.
with them now hearing that you're running for U.S. Congress, they're going to want to know how you're going to change policing. So I'll lead it off for these knuckleheads.
Okay.
Out of any police reform, like if there's anything that you could change in policing where you're like, we are not doing this well, what is something that you think we're not doing well and we could improve on, and how do you plan to fix that?
So there's a couple things. The biggest thing is the training, getting the budget and making sure that the departments have the proper equipment and the proper training to actively protect the people with not only the best equipment out there, but with the best knowledge out there. Right. We talked about a little bit on the podcast how it's amazing to me that we still have officers that are, you know, getting duped by these First Amendment auditors. I think it's a training issue. I think that we're failing our people when it comes to that. And a lot of the times, most of this training requires money, and a lot of smaller agencies don't have the funds readily available, but they get grants, especially federal grants, and these grants get held up in bureaucratic red tape all the time. And whether it's at the city level or the state level or the federal level, I think that we need to do better in equipping our officers with the money and the knowledge and the um, just everything that they need to better perform and better serve the community. So that's the first one. The second one is obviously transparency. I'm real big on transparency. I think that body cameras do a big part. They play a big part in being transparent, but that's not everything. I want transparency all the way up the chain as well. When you see different decisions made, and you kind of wonder why that decision was made. Well, perfect example. We had one today. We got an email on one today about how a decision was made to discipline an officer. Officer was obviously in the right. It came out that the officer was in the right. He did nothing wrong. There was no standing. There's no nothing to discipline this officer, let alone fire him. And yet he was fired, and his whole life was turned upside down. And I think there needs to be more accountability when it comes to that.
Yeah, and to argue the counter, we see officers that should have been fired, and you see them keeping their jobs too. And
absolutely, that's a big problem as well.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing with me when it comes to that is there's no consistency, right? And it's across the nation. It's not just kind of where we are or this region of the United States. It's across the nation. I talk to officers all over the nation, and that it's so inconsistent. The punishment that's handed down, and I think it's because it's so broad. There's how many different things are in the general orders. You should probably know this since you're a sergeant and you've taken 2 more tests than me, but how many things in the general orders have the discipline matrix per se, where it's like a verbal determination? Like
Right.
you have the whole, like you can
Yeah.
just pick, like throw a dart and they get 4 days without, or they get a written reprimand, or
Yeah.
let's just terminate this guy. So I think it's super inconsistent. I think the reason it's inconsistent is because we need to do a better job with transparency and justification as to why we're doing what we're doing and the decisions that we're making from at every level within the department.
Yes, I agree, because just like you were saying, we'll get people that they get shit canned for something, and you'll figure out a year earlier under the same leadership that another person that did the same thing got nothing, or a day off, or a verbal. Like, the consistency across that is, I want, just like you said, if you write it up and you're writing up that I'm going to fire him, I'm going to give him a day, I'm going to give him a verbal, that justification needs to be put out there. And everybody needs to know. So there's I said the same thing. You know, we kind of had this discussion on the podcast, but I think judges at courts and prosecutors should have the same level of transparency. What are you drinking tonight, buddy? Salud.
Yeah. So
What do you got?
Penelope Rio.
Okay. I got a little, I'm about to finish off my bottle of tequila. It's a little Addictivo.
Yeah.
Addictivo.
Okay.
It's an añejo. It's a little sweeter. It's good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Not a big tequila fan, but
yeah. Well, you got to have the right tequila. So, all right. And Marble King just got himself banned. Way to go, buddy. I don't do that to anybody.
I missed it.
No, you really didn't.
Yeah. He decided to put a bad word on there.
Oh,
bye, buddy.
Too bad.
Yeah. Racist. Yeah. Racist. So he gone. He had a chance. There's really only two things that make me kick people out, and that's when they're racist or they're calling for violence against somebody. So, oh, and this guy's going too easy. Too easy. Bye. He didn't even get to finish the word. So, see you guys. You had a shot. This is the beauty of having not such a gigantic channel that you can't stand out. So, or that
yeah,
you might hide in the cracks there. So, but the point, what was I talking about? We started talking about
transparency
tequila.
and having them. Yeah.
Judges.
Judges and prosecutors.
Judges
to that point. Judges and prosecutors should be putting out their justifications for why they came up with a ruling or why they dismissed a case, because that is a problem. Man, we got all sorts of them on tonight, huh? Let's see.
Can be a good night.
It's looking like it's going to be an eventful night in the comment section. So, is what it is. You know what? They say you haven't made it. Say you haven't made it until you get your trolls in there.
It's those keywords in the title. Live police body cam reviews.
Yeah. Well, I mean, really, this is the first that we've had that. So, Marine Blood, get to work. Get to work, buddy. I'm over here blocking everybody for you. So, but yes, I want transparency and accountability with judges and prosecutors, because like I said in our podcast, which you guys should go check out on our YouTube channel, or you can listen to it on Apple and Spotify, is that I would get cases as a detective that would get dismissed, or the prosecutor would straight up tell me, no, I'm not pushing this one. No justification, no reasoning, no nothing. And to me, that's horseshit. There needs to be exactly to what you're talking about, Brian. There needs to be accountability and transparency on that stuff. So I like that. Okay. So we got that out of the way. I'm just waiting for people to say or ask questions in the comment section if they had any for you. Harrison said, that is why we have more than one level in the court system. Agreed. But who's checking they're checking findings? Like, they may say, this person's guilty, and then they'll appeal, and then the appellate courts will look over that and go, okay, yeah, you've got grounds for appeal. But what I want to know is when a judge dismisses a case, or when a prosecutor goes like a real heavy handed, charge, kind of like what happened with Long Island Audit, where they're trying to charge him with voyeurism. I mean, the guy, he didn't commit voyeurism. How are they allowing this stuff to go through, and what's their justifications for it? So that's part of my problem. But Craig, appreciate you, brother. You became a level 1 member tonight. Appreciate that. Jerry Worms. So do you know who Jerry Worms is, Brian?
I do not know.
He was the first cop on Cops.
Really?
He's the first one they followed. Yeah, we had him on the podcast,
OG.
dude. OG, and he's fun as shit. He's a riot. He's a good time. But he said,
That's
make
awesome.
the justice system non-political. Why does it matter if a judge is Democrat or Republican? Yeah, I agree with that. BMHC Outdoors. Did you see that big meth bust out my way? Crazy. No, I don't follow dope busts anymore, man. It's beyond my scope. I'm not in the streets anymore. But you used to follow meth quite regularly, didn't you, Brian?
A little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I know you guys can't see it, but this guy used to be a radical undercover biker guy. So did you ride a bike? Did you ride a bike too?
No, they wouldn't let us. They wouldn't let us because of city insurance reasons. We seized several of them. We seized a lot of motorcycles, some really nice bikes, but they wouldn't let us ride them.
Really?
Nope. They wouldn't. We would get, awarded the seizure through the state or the county or the federal system. However, we went about the seizure process, and then they would immediately turn around and sell them.
So this is one, Mike Humer. He goes, is Brian going to push to legalize drugs? I don't think that's his platform. Oh, shit. Let me see here. The shit with Long Island audit is because the DA is friends with city leaders and former troopers. Possibly, for sure. But all right. Well, Brian, the thing that we typically do on here, sir, is we will pull up some videos. We'll discuss them. Normally, I start out with some of the more controversial or the ones that got a lot of comments from our Instagram page that we've already shared. And then we'll watch body cam videos that none of us have ever watched. So
it's kind of like the East Force Review Board I was on.
Yes. So it's just like that. Yeah.
There's no voting at the end though, right?
Yeah. So
let
me see here.
You can vote if you want to.
What's that?
He asked about voting at the end. I said you can still vote.
I don't want to. I've already been down that. I'm good.
All right. So going down the list here. This one was probably the biggest one, so I'm going to go with this one first. Let me unmute. All right. Make sure we got some volume. Tell me if you guys can hear this. There's no way to make this any bigger. I apologize. We can't biggie size this one. So.
Not too bad. Are you like, what's going on?
We got a call about...
No, I mean like with your parking job. You're not like intoxicated, are you?
Okay, so we just got a call saying that you were...
Just going to bypass and shelve that one. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay. So I'm going to start out, and I know that most of the audience is not going to care for this, but when police are responding to a call, they can park at the closest areas as conveniently as possible. Not everybody likes that. Now, I will say, don't park like a dick if you can help it. If you can pull into a space, just pull into a space. If you're parking tactically, just to give yourself an advantage for whatever it is, I get that. But this is obviously a First Amendment auditor, as we see. But I just wanted to address the point that this auditor is making about where he was parking. So it is funny. I do like how he's trying to call him out, but let's keep going.
It was a little disrespectful, but that's all right.
I'm sorry?
I said it was a little disrespectful. But
a little disrespectful?
Yeah.
Would you accept that from me?
Well, we're here to talk. We're here to talk to you.
Oh, so that gives you the right to...
Well, there's...
And to his point, the auditor said, would you allow that from me? And the answer is going to be no. But he's here for a law enforcement reason, to come make contact with you, and cops during a call are allowed to do things that you as general public cannot do. And that's what causes some friction amongst people. is they think if the cops that the cops can't do anything that they're not allowed to do, and that is not the case. The cops have to be able to do things that you're not allowed to do their job efficiently, safer, and better for everybody.
Right, but okay, so hold on. So would you ever allow a citizen to park like that? Would you
Oh,
be
there's
okay with at any point in time? Now,
yeah,
this officer is responding to a call for service or an emergency call, right? So he pulled up and parked in a way that upset this auditor. Now let's flip it. Let's say that we happen to be standing there talking or drinking coffee on a break and a car flies up and parks like that, and the dude jumps out and he's like, my wife's having a baby right now. You're not going to be like, sir, can you please legally park your vehicle? Right. So there's, you
yeah.
know, would you accept it just on on an everyday basis? No, but their circumstance dictate a lot of things.
Yes. Yes. That's a good point. That's a good point. You're not just a face for radio anymore, man. You got some brains
I don't
behind
know.
there. Love it. All right, let's keep going.
Safety procedures. So.
Right. You're starting with the emergency lights if you're not going to follow traffic laws, right?
Okay, so what's we were called here because somebody said you were disturbing
Fantastic.
on scene. Do you have your ID with you?
Excuse me?
Do you have your ID with you?
Do I have my ID on me? No, I don't.
Okay. What's your name?
What are you getting at here? I'm confused.
So I was called here for a law enforcement purpose. Somebody said
Right.
you were disturbing on the property.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So I just
who,
need
me?
Yes, I just need you to identify yourself.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay. Well, you have to. Well, you have to.
Jesus H. Christ. All right. So
Not spoil it.
yeah, that's where I come in. Let me stop sharing. So the mandatory ID, the thing that gets officers in trouble all the time. Now, this is where the discussion came in, Brian. In Texas, when do we ID? We ID on a lawful traffic stop or after you've been arrested. That's when you have to ID.
Lawfully detained.
Or if I have reasonable articulable suspicion that a crime has occurred or is
Right.
about to occur.
Which is a lawful detainment, yes.
Right. In this, you don't have that. We don't have RAS. We got a call for service. My job's to investigate. So can I detain you temporarily while I try to figure that out? Yes, I can. But the detainment in itself doesn't give me access to your ID. I need to be the one that can articulate that crimes occurred. So for me, this is my argument on this call. I never would have made contact with that auditor. I would have went and talked to the caller, tried to figure out if she witnessed any sort of crime and see if she could articulate something. If she can't, I'm going to say, ma'am or sir, what they're doing, I observed them. And this is another thing that I probably would do. If I see my suspect, air quotes, out there on the sidewalk filming, I'm going to watch them for a little bit off in the distance. And if I don't see anything that looks suspicious, then when I make contact with my complainant, I'm going to be like, hey, I watched him. He's just out there filming, which is his First Amendment right. And then take that opportunity to educate that person that called for a second to be like, they're allowed to do this. And then the part, if I did decide to go make contact with the auditor, what I like to do is just, I'm very honest. These guys know in the crowd that, yeah, I'm an ID crack junkie too. I will ask, but when I ask, if I don't have a lawful reason, like if legally you're not obligated to give me your ID, I'll let you know. I'll be like, hey, can I just get your ID for the report? You're not required to give it to me. It would just help me out for this report. If not, no big deal. And I don't know that anybody's ever told me no saying that. I think they're like, oh, okay, I don't have to. And they're like, no. And
I have an answer for why.
Yeah, I gave him the opportunity to understand and educate that I don't need to get it. So, or they don't have to get it.
That there's when you can ask, there's a way to ask questions without asking questions, because I watch a lot of podcasts, so there's a lot of weird stuff that I watch. And there's this one CIA guy that he explains that you can explain, like if you say, hey, ran the plates of this car. Like there's different ways of going about it. But if you just tell them straight up, hey, you don't have to give it to me. I'm going to ask you for the report. You can tell me to go pound sand, but do you have your ID? If not, no worry about it. I've already talked to these. Like if you disarm them right from the get go and let them know, kind of like, yeah, you're on their side. Like, yeah, you're cool. You can do whatever you want. If you give me your ID, I'll keep it down. That way, if we get another report of this and it looks like you, that way they can already say that, hey, we've been out here. We made contact with him. What he's doing, it's perfectly fine. We've made contact with him 15 times. Like there's all these different ways, but you have to go right about it. So the question that I would go about is, because there's from the law enforcement side where there's the case law comes out, and I always like to think of how someone will try to get around this, or what's the technicalities, or what's the stuff around this. Because with what we just seen there's clearly if it's in Texas, there's no grounds to stand on there. But let's say you go and talk to your complainant and you've got the complainer saying, hey, that they feel like there's harassment. Is the harassment charge? Is that more subjective to where you'd forward that on to your prosecutor or forward it on to a detective, or would you try to ID them at that point? Then is the harassment become subjective? Like at some point there is, the way that laws are built, there's some subjectivity built into them because there's the letter of the law and then there's the spirit of the law. Because I used to tell I had this guy that he got into this crazy big thing for the newspaper guy, dropping off newspapers at 3 a.m. to a gas station and was parked in a handicap stall. The letter of the law, yes, you shouldn't be parking there. You can park 8 feet to the left and have been fine. But the spirit of the law, 2 a.m, no one's coming to get their ATM machine. So like some of this too with these auditors, once they go back, like the parking going back and forth, and the parking semantics, I'm not sure what the call is. This is what it was put out about. I'm here. I'm talking with you. This is what it is. And this is a First Amendment audit. Obviously, I can let the other cars know they can slow down. If this is a thing that we're going to talk, if you give me a second, yeah. Now that I know that this is like you could disarm it with it. Yeah, give me a second. Let me put my car into an appropriate parking spot so we can have a discussion as grown adults. And then you come back and you're like, okay, now he did exactly what I asked. Now I don't have anything to like one up him. Like he's not asking for my ID. He's parked in a good spot. We're just talking like grown adults on the side of the road. So there's a multitude of ways to go about it, but
yeah,
social media, like these smaller, I'm going to guess this is a smaller agency. These smaller agencies, you're going to be CNN front page news tomorrow.
Yep.
All it takes is this, and everybody has one now. Literally everybody has one now.
Yep. To Mike Cucumber's question here, he said 2 cops, 1 donut. You're telling them that they don't need to ID it, may confuse them, or they may refuse in the future when they actually have to. If a cop tells you have to ID, then you simply state, okay, I'm doing it under protest or threat of arrest. If you feel like you are truly being wronged, obviously never fully refuse on the side of the road, because you need to make your court case argument later. But the point that I'm trying to make is there's very clearly defined when you have to ID and when you don't. So if just being detained in itself does not mean you have to ID. But if the cop articulates that he suspects you of a crime, even if he's wrong, you're going to have to do it then, and then make your protest later in court. So, but this guy was on a public sidewalk the whole time, filming, doing First Amendment audit stuff, and this cop fell right for it and tried to force an ID. He never made contact with the complainant first. He just drove right up and went right to the suspect, so to speak. So that would be a problem. Brian, how would you have handled that call?
I would have done exactly what you said. I mean, you have to go talk to the complainant first, or the person that called, to figure out what's going on. It could be a whole plethora of things. It could be, an argument, a personal argument that they're ex-roommates and this person just showed up. Now this person's calling the cops on them, whatever the case may be. It could be a whole list of things that aren't in violation of the law, obviously. But you don't know that if you just go straight to the person, the suspect who isn't actively breaking the law. They weren't actively assaulting somebody. You're not trying to stop this person from actively breaking a law that you can see when you pull up. So you need to get more information. And I think I would have handled it. Well, I know I would have handled it the same way that you said. Just go talk to the person that called, and if it turns out to be nothing, then educate them. And if you want to go talk to the First Amendment auditor and see if you can get information out of them, great. Me personally, probably wouldn't have been spending any time talking to them. Once I determined that there was no crime committed, there's no merit to this, there's no nothing. At that point, I drive off and wave at the guy filming, and that's the end of it
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, exactly. Something's going on with the chat. It's very, very clinky. Like it's not working properly. I'm trying to click on people's stuff and it's freezing up. I wonder if YouTube's loaded down. Show me the audits. He does this stuff too. Small rights defense is the same as having 1,000 subjects to civil asset forfeiture action. It's a lose-lose. So I'm trying to see. Andy said I was wrong, but he didn't really explain why, so I can't really address that. But anyway, let's get to the body cam reviews. I want to jump into that because I know Brian doesn't have all night, so I want him to be
I'm
able.
good, man.
You good? Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Let's go.
Okay. You don't got to work tomorrow?
Let's have some fun. No, I do. I got to be there at 5:30, but
Yeah. Well,
that's
these things
that
can
that's
go.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
these can go
Central
for a
Time.
while.
5:30 Central Time.
Let me see. What is he talking about? Hold on. I want to make sure Andy gets his 10 seconds here. He said he read the statute. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I just read the goddamn statute. Once again, there's nothing in there about having arrest. Arrest of what? Once you're under arrest, you have to ID. I don't know. That's what I was talking about. So I don't know what you're talking about. You have to ID once you've been arrested. And you have to ID on a lawful traffic stop. I don't care what
detainment.
Yeah, I don't care what statute you're reading. I'm telling you. You can argue with me all you want. 3802. Okay, let me pull up Texas law 3802. Texas 38.02. Penal code. Okay. You're referring to failure to identify. Okay, let me pull up the actual statute. Okay, now we're going to share the screen. This is what I do for our people.
I like it. I love it.
Okay, so here we go, Andy. We got it up on the screen for you. Custody means under arrest by a peace officer, under restraint by a public servant, Okay, so where are we? What are we trying to read here under 3801? So 3802 is what he was talking about. You're talking about failure to identify. A person commits an offense if he intentionally refuses to give his name, residence, address, date of birth to a peace officer who has lawfully arrested the person and requested the information. Right here. Okay. Lawfully arrested, lawfully detained, or requested the information. The peace officer has good belief to witness a criminal offense. Good witness.
That's what we said.
Okay. So he's whining about the lawful traffic stop. Now you got to go to traffic code. It's more than just one thing. So shall we go to traffic code?
Well, go back down and show where it says detained, because that's what he's asking for. You had it highlighted.
Oh, yeah. Let me see.
3802. Right
There we
there.
go. Yeah.
3802, number 2, B2.
Lawfully detained. And lawfully detained would apply the RAS. So you got to go to, shit. I got to think of it off the top of my head. There's a court case, Supreme Court case ruling. I I swear I just had it. Give me 1 second. I'll find it. There is a Supreme Court case ruling about having to ID when you have RAS, especially in the stop and ID states. That's where they're really talking about it. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Bear with me. This is the problem with not having your own research person. Okay, it is Heibel versus 6th Judicial District Court of Nevada. Ruling that a police officer can require a person to identify themselves during a lawful investigation stop based on reasonable suspicion of criminal activity. The court found this requirement did not violate Fourth Amendment protections against unreasonable searches and seizures or the Fifth Amendment's privilege against self-incrimination, as disclosing one's name is generally not considered incriminating. So in that in itself, it still says you got to have RAS. So that's the whole point behind it. Oh my God, let me read this. Not technically arrested until booking in a Miranda. That's not true at all. Yeah. Quit watching movies, Wade. I've arrested hundreds of people and never read them Miranda because I stopped questioning them. I got what I needed as far as PC. And once I got PC, that's enough for an arrest. I don't need to read Miranda. The only time I need to read Miranda is I'm going to question them about the crime once they've been put under custodial arrest. So, but going back to the Texas Penal Code, let me see. Oh, here's the part about a car. Uh-oh. There we go. Is an operator of a motor vehicle who is lawfully detained by a peace officer for an alleged violation of the law, fails to provide or display the person's driver's license on the officer's request. I rest my case. I win. Sorry, Andy. That's Texas law. So we're going off of Texas. If you can show me something different in another state, maybe that's your state. But did we lose Deadleg?
Mm-hmm.
I never even introduced you to him, did I?
That's
My
all right.
bad.
Is he coming back or not?
He should be medically. Oh, he lost internet, he said. Oh, that's crazy. And he's got a high-tech place. So, let me see. Yeah, and in the stop and ID states, guys, again, they still have to have RAS. They can't. It doesn't mean they just get it's misleading. When it says that it's a, let me see how this looks. Yeah, that's not bad. When it says that it's a stop and ID state, it makes people think that they can just get stopped and ID'd for anything. And that's not true. They still need to articulate that you're committed a crime or you're about to commit a crime. So, Brandar, oh, buddy, man. Brandar, as much questions as he asks, he does support the channel quite a bit. And he dropped 20 in the super chat. Thank you for that, Brandar. But he said, portion of that law is only when providing a fake name. Nothing says provide ID in Texas when detained outside of a traffic stop. I literally just read it. So let me pull it back up. I still have it. Share screen, penal code. And we are on Texas's page. This isn't some Google search. We're talking about failure to ID. So failure to ID. Person commits the offense if he intentionally refuses to give his name, residence, address, or date of birth of a peace officer who has lawfully arrested the person and requested information. Person commits the offense if he intentionally gives a false or fictitious name or residence. So lawfully arrested, which is right here, and then lawfully detained person right there. So I don't know what part we're getting confused on here. So I'll wait for your response there, Brandar. I'm just looking for something to show I'm right. I literally pulled up the fucking Texas state statute from statutescapitaltexas.gov. It's plain as day. So it has nothing to do with finding something just so I'm right. I've been wrong a million times on this show. So I don't know where you're getting at with that. You didn't understand what you read. Okay. Well, I'm not a lawyer and neither the fuck are you. So I'm going to go based off my experience in 20 years of doing this, and you can go off what you read and how you understand it. I will tell you guys this a million times. What gets you in trouble is when you think that your understanding is what's right. Because the only person whose understanding that matters is the courts. That's how it gets broken down. So show me the audits. He's in the chat. He audits. He'll tell you. That's what I'm saying. There's a difference between what you do in practice and what you guys read online. There's a big difference. So, let me see here. Eric, they don't have to ID when lawfully detained outside of a traffic stop. They just cannot give a fake name. Yes, I agree with that. We're talking about having RAS, reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. That's what we've been talking about the whole time. You don't have to identify if you don't have RAS. We've said that. That's the difference between a stop and ID state. You still have to have RAS across the board. No, you don't have to give your ID simply because you're detained. We already said that. Brian, did you say that? Because I'm pretty sure that's what you said.
Yeah, you have to have a lawful detainment, which comes with RAS. You can't just walk up to somebody and say, "You're detained, give me your ID."
Right.
It's a lawful detainment with RAS.
Yeah, I can't just walk up to somebody because somebody else called and said, "You're detained," because that person called on you. It doesn't work that way. I have to have RAS.
Yeah, a lawful detention means with RAS, not just because you want to talk to somebody.
You said it detained. You have to. No, we said RAS every fucking time. We've said RAS. We even clarified when Brian talked about when he would ID and when he wouldn't. I said, as long as we have RAS. So, sorry. You still have to have RAS, no matter what. That is a part of a lawful detainment. Okay, we're done. Andy, we're done. We're moving on, bud. We tried with you. You don't want to hear it. You just don't want to hear it. You still have RAS. You still have to have RAS to ID somebody. That's on a detainment, a lawful detainment. So, even Country Girl doesn't agree. So, is what it is. I don't know another way to tell you. I'm not a lawyer. I would suggest that you talk to a lawyer. And then Centurion said, Eric, per the video, the officer did not have RAS to get ID. He didn't. That's why I said you don't have it. I even said in that video, you have to have either arrest or a traffic stop. I didn't get into RAS because it didn't apply here. Let's see here. But that's part of the clarification. This is why we talk about the videos afterwards. The clarification on this is also reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. That is a lawful detainment. So, all right. We're moving on. Okay. So body cam reviews. Brian, we have not seen these videos, right?
Okay.
If we have seen them, we'll own up to have seen the video. This one's 12 minutes long. I don't necessarily know that we're going to get through all 12 minutes, but this one was sent in by a few people. So we're going to discuss this one. We're going to biggie size. Oh, first and foremost, thank you to Police Activity. This is Police Activity's video. All the videos tonight are on Police Activity. And let's see here. We're going to biggie size this. Pop out. I didn't really make it any bigger, did it? Yeah, I guess it did. All right. Let's go. Let me see how this looks. Oh, yeah, that's better. Now we look tiny, but we can see more. And let's go.
Everything looks clear.
Okay.
Nothing looks disturbed.
Uh-huh.
The sound cut out. That officer looks hurt.
Yeah, something's going on.
Where's the sound? Give it a second. I'm going to give a shout out to Craig. He dropped 5 gift memberships. I appreciate
I
you,
don't
brother.
really know what's going on.
There we go.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah, the sound keeps cutting in and out like they edited the video.
So here's the thing. They think you may be drinking. I can smell alcohol on you,
Oh,
so we can't let you drive the car. Chief's on his way in. We'll check you out, all right?
All right.
okay. So we've got an officer potentially under the influence while on duty. I think these officers are doing the right thing already. If you're not drunk, no big deal, no harm, no foul. But he's obviously have something going on. He was walking funny. Did you see that, Brian?
Yeah.
He
Yeah, I
looked
thought so too.
like injured or something, or maybe almost like maybe not drunk on alcohol, but maybe pills.
Something. There's
Yeah,
definitely
like-
something going on.
Yeah, something's going on. But this is a good move. I like that this officer's stepping in, doing his due diligence during this situation. So far, no complaints.
So as you were walking up, you were staggering a little bit.
I got a light injury.
Huh?
I have a light injury.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I'll say this: if you know you're hurt, why are you going to work?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like. We carry a gun. It's probably the most ultimate responsibility that we have out there. I'm not risking. I don't risk it if I didn't get enough sleep. Like if I knew I had a 4-hour night, I'm not going in. I think it's important. What do you think so far, Brian?
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. I think these officers are definitely doing the right thing by intervening and calling attention to it and letting that officer know what their plan is and that he's basically, he can't leave. He's not going to drive off. And I think they said the chief's on the way in and then we'll deal with it then. And they're continuing to talk to this guy, which is good. Keeping him engaged or
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if the signs and symptoms are there, I would probably ask that, he step out, take the keys out. Same steps that I would do with a citizen. Hey man, you know how the steps go. I just need you to step out. Let's, maybe open up the back hatch, have you sit down on the tailgate or something and take your gun
yeah, I
belt
don't know why
off.
and I don't know the time frame, right? It seems like this video keeps cutting, like it's
Yeah,
been edited. He definitely should. If they're waiting for the chief to get there, he should definitely not still be in the car.
yeah. Because there's obviously the clues are there. So
Right.
yeah, they need. I would be getting him out of the car. Oh, and yeah, like Harrison said, why is he still behind the wheel? Yeah, why is he behind the wheel?
I called over here. They say you're stumbling, slurring speech. So our sergeant wants somebody to come check you out. That's what we're waiting on right now.
To Patrick Truelove's point here, he said could be a medical issue as well. Some issues present with smelling like alcohol. The first fight I ever got in with a suspect, he wasn't a suspect. He was having a diabetic episode and he attacked me. But he smelt drunk. I thought he was drunk. Young, dumb rookie. I didn't know any better. I just took the guy to the ground and it was weird because he was very Gumby like I could manipulate him how I wanted with like very little resistance. but he was fighting. It's so weird. He was out of it. And then we figured it out once the ambulance got there. So, because he was acting weird. What do you think on that, Brian?
I want to, what is that? Is it Brandar 86?
Yeah.
Do you think that they're treating him with more courtesy than a normal driver? Yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I
And
think they are.
I don't agree with it. I think if you have enough to suspect a citizen's under the influence and it's sitting behind a running vehicle, you're going to remove them and render that vehicle safe and them safe. And I think that they probably should have done that a heck of a lot sooner with this guy. If again, I don't know the time frame because this video keeps going back and forth between body cams and cutting in and out. But to answer your question, I think they are treating him different than they would have treated a citizen, which I don't like.
Brandar's finally figuring out that police cars are shitty. He goes, that car sounds so unhealthy.
It almost sounded like there was a helicopter on top. I was like, why is there one out there?
It's ticking
no, it's
bad.
Just a car.
Oh, man. That's so bad. Yeah, you got to get him out of this car. That'd be the next steps. I've talked to you, I think a little bit, Brian, about my disdain for muting your body cam. I don't agree with it. I don't think you should be allowed to do it. I think that's the job for the auditors. Or the auditors. That's a job for the what do you call
open
them?
Records?
The open records people. Yes, let them go through, redact, mute, whatever they need to do. But that we shouldn't be muting. I think that's for other people. What are you giggling about?
Get it. Mike said, "Get a Prius."
Yeah, that'll be quiet. The way the cities go, you never know, man. You never know. All right, let's keep going. This call's got me intrigued for sure. Wall Bridge. Never heard of it. I think he's contemplating life right now.
Or running. Which would be real bad.
I don't think that car's going to get anywhere too quickly, but...
Okay.
Come on, boys, do something.
Yeah, can we fast forward a little bit?
I was just about to, but I saw in the little preview that it was about to go. Mike Cucumber said, Brian, make muting body cams illegal. There you go.
Yeah.
That definitely should be a thing. Hey, guys, one of the things that I pitched to Brian to do is for him to wear a body cam if he wins.
That is true.
When he's doing his day-to-day function, you finally see the first politician ever that's so open and transparent that he shows you what he does throughout his day-to-day while he's fighting for you. So
yeah.
I think we need to keep pushing him to do that if he wins. So
I didn't say I was opposed to it at all.
No, you did not. You're right. BMHC Outdoor said violation of noise ordinance. They need to put
write him a ticket.
Yeah, they need to put some WD-40 in that crap.
No, because obviously, either you're having a medical issue or possibly you've been drinking, and either way, can't be driving a car right now, right? You know that.
Again, they need to have that conversation with him outside of the car.
They're trying to get him out.
medical issue.
Okay.
He said he has a leg injury, so.
Okay. Where's he at? I'm here.
Okay. Okay.
When they got his blood clots.
Oh. So we were in a call and dispatch had this these homeowners requested their house to be checked because there was some sort of an open door. He came out, I guess he was stumbling, slurring his speech, was in the house for 20 minutes, came out, stood in the middle of the road just staring at him. So they called dispatch back and said, hey, I think he's intoxicated. So we flew over here. He said he has a leg injury. That's what he told us.
My first contact with him, I could
You could smell the
alcohol.
booze.
Oh, that's not good.
You guys don't have a PDT on him, do you?
Northwood is supposedly now. They might have one, but yeah, you can smell the booze. And then I was on the phone with Schmidlin because I called him. I'm like, hey, I'm letting you know about this. He was, I don't know what you two were talking about, but he darted back off and got in the car, and we had to stop him from pulling
Just
off.
telling me he checked the house, everything's okay, and then he hopped in the car, so.
You guys have body cams, right?
Correct.
Because I don't have anything on
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
Can we go talk to the homeowners?
We're rolling, and we talked to the homeowners, and that's what they told. That's the first thing they told
Like
us
that he's
when we
concerned
got
about the
here.
body cam.
Because he was talking to the wife, we talked to the husband. So,
What's going on, boss? Hey, you got a question for you. You don't have PDTs, do you?
What's that?
Do you have any PDTs?
We might have one at the station.
So PBTs is
I don't have one
portable
on me.
breathalyzer test.
Can you say it again, what you just told me? Because I don't have a body cam.
No, you're fine. But he's not active. He's just slow in his talking, which is not correct. And his pupils are dilated. We're getting the rest of his vitals. He doesn't want to go to the hospital. He just said that his calf is sore, but just the way he's responding, he's definitely slower than normal. This is not. So we're getting the rest of his vitals.
Okay.
He's answering everything appropriately for us.
Okay.
So I mean, I can't force him to go, but something's
Yeah.
So
She must be like an
she's getting a
EMT.
blood sugar.
Listen, don't worry about it. Trying to cause me trouble. I just, when my door was open, dude, I didn't know if they were people in my house or if they robbed my truck, and I never wanted to cause any problems.
Don't worry about it, man. It's not you.
I'm sorry.
Were you guys called down to handle for conflict of interest reasons?
we were called, and then they said you guys were en route too. So,
Yeah, we were told to come back you guys out. Sir,
but we were on another call when they started telling us.
Is Walbridge
call it.
handling their own issue here? Yeah, okay. We're just here for... Got it. Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about that part, Brian. What do you
Which
think
part?
about? So that's for a different agency that just rolled up, and he's like, "So you guys are handling your own issue." If I was the sergeant out there, I would ask that other agency to handle it, to take
Instead of you
away.
handling it, yeah, instead of you handling it internally or
Yep.
with one of your troops. I
Yeah,
don't disagree with you. I think that's probably the better,
I think that's a
safer
smarter
bet.
play.
Okay, so let me ask you. There's a couple questions about him being armed still, and obviously sitting in the car. But I think somebody commented, "You allow medics to walk up to a potentially intoxicated armed subject." What do you think about disarming him?
I think that should have been the first thing. He should have been out of the car. The second thing was you take his gun belt off. I mean, he's going to have to do SFSTs probably anyway. So all that stuff's got to come off anyway. So I would, yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree with whoever made that comment. I agree 100%. I think Eric nailed it. Get him out of the car and take his belt off. And there's ways to talk somebody into getting that off.
Yeah. And you got to be careful because if he is drunk, he might not make the best decisions. So you do
Right.
want to be tactful with it. You never know.
Exactly. That's what's one of those things where you have to be effective in communicating. But no, I agree. And I see a lot of comments like they're alluding to the fact that this officer is being treated significantly different than a regular citizen would be treated. And I can't disagree with you guys. Like I don't think that you're wrong when you're making some of those assumptions. And I think we kind of touched on it. I think he is being treated a little differently than a regular citizen would be treated in this situation, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
This is very disheartening to see, but you know,
Yep.
that's why we
Yeah.
do these things, to call this stuff out.
Yeah. And I think you and I can both talk to, I think where we work, we've probably seen this done every year that we've been on. Every single year. So when people talk about cops never get held accountable, I've seen stuff like this happen every year. So, and you hear these guys, there's everything they're saying. I'm actually very happy with what I'm hearing. The Sarge he's like, I don't have a body cam, so if I go talk to whoever, I need one of you guys to come over with me. So he's trying to keep himself accountable. I'm curious to see how they're going to play this out. If they're going to keep it in house, or are they going to let this other agency do this? And then, you know, I definitely don't know why they're keeping him in the car. I just think they're in a position. I think they're letting them knowing him affect their judgment.
Agreed.
I was on a call running plates, and they're telling us to call in urgently. So he had called.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they just wanted multiple agencies here just in case.
You know, the other agency doesn't want to deal with the drug, no matter if it's a cop or not.
So was he still coming? Okay.
They said his eyes were dilated.
Yeah, you can smell
Can you?
If he's not making direct contact with us, but he's talking, because I think he's just trying to.
I'm gonna go at. You guys didn't have a PBT on you. No. I'm gonna assume. Anyone know? I'm assuming he's called Ken.
Yeah. Ken and Hummer.
I want to address this here. Typically on a DWI or DUI, whatever you want to call it, if we start to suspect it, we're not going to cuff even a civilian. We can't do that. The reason being is it ruins the case. Because now if I have you go do SFSTs after I've already put cuffs on you, now the assumption is that you were doing the SFSTs under duress because you were already under arrest. So any DUI officer, DWI officer that's worth their salt is going to tell you that you're going to call a DWI officer over and they're going to be like, did you put him in cuffs yet? And they're going to be like, yeah, he's in cuffs. And they're like, then I'm not coming out. So you've already screwed that case up. Don't put a drunk in cuffs until after the SFSTs because you have to put your case together first. So, Brian, you agree with that?
No, yeah, 100%. I've heard several times where, unfortunately, it happened to an officer that I knew 16, 17 years ago that was stopped and placed in handcuffs, and another officer showed up. The sergeant stopped this officer. Another officer showed up, and the sergeant said, you know, this officer is intoxicated. I got him detained over there in handcuffs. Go ahead and take the cuffs off and do the SFSTs. Well, he already made the assumption that this officer was intoxicated and already basically placed him under arrest for an offense that he hasn't conducted the proper sobriety test for. So that whole entire case got thrown out. You know, the whole thing got tossed immediately.
Yep.
So you can screw a case up pretty bad, pretty quick if you change the orders of certain things up.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see. Brander, I thought a detention is an arrest. This would be a lawful detention. You suspect him of a crime. That doesn't mean you put him in cuffs. It is a lawful detention. Absolutely. So what's your point?
And it's not a traffic stop.
Yeah. Yeah. So here we go.
Quick.
Normally we don't watch the whole video, but it looks like we're going to be watching almost this whole one.
lot. What's your
Because most of them are like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, that's good. So it's not a problem.
Did you want OSP to come out?
No, I don't need OSP.
Okay, yeah. He said no, so yep,
He asked for OSP or he doesn't need OSP. I don't know what that is.
All right, bye.
Maybe Ohio State Police? OSP?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe. Can you cuff for detention? Yes, you can. But just like we explained, if you think it's a DWI, you don't want to put them in fucking cuffs. Brandar, listen to me tonight. You're not listening to me. You don't want to put them in cuffs. You'll ruin the case. You put them in cuffs after field sobriety tests. Once you want to show. Him smelling like alcohol is not enough. Now, you need to get him out of this damn car. That's one thing that's bugging me. Like, get him out of this car. But for this, you absolutely don't want to put him in cuffs till after the SFSTs. Get his gun belt away from him. Take all this stuff off so he doesn't have an excuse to why he may have failed the SFSTs, because that could throw his balance off. So here we go.
Check him out. Sounds like vitals are all good. You can smell the things on him. Eyes are dilated. Northwood's here. Bob Miller's here. I got Scott to get the caller's information so we can do our report on this. But
all right. Either you can answer this one. So Brandar's confused. This one does confuse people. This is a very common question. You want to handle this one, Brian? Because Brandar said, I'm confused. This time, cuffing is an arrest, but other times it's a detention.
Yeah. So yes, you can cuff people who are being detained for multiple different reasons. And if you suspect that you have an offense that is an arrestable offense, but you don't have enough to actually arrest that person, but you suspect it and you need to do more investigation, then you can wait until you actually put them in handcuffs, which constitutes an arrest in this case. Perfect example would be if you suspect that somebody robbed something and you weren't 100% sure yet, and you got some more information, which this happens every day. Every day officers walk up to people or they get called to a scene and somebody is accused of breaking into a car, right? And they don't just run up and tackle the person and throw them in handcuffs. They detain the person and they do a little bit of investigation, and then they determine, okay, this person is actually the person that broke into this car, then the handcuffs go on. So in this case, they are detaining this person. They got to do a little bit more investigation, like the SFSTs, and if it shows that this person is intoxicated, then they would place them in handcuffs, not before.
Yeah. And this is the hard part for cops too, because on everything else, you would want to put them in cuffs.
Mm-hmm.
But specifically on a DWI, that's when you don't, because you'll screw the case up.
Let me ask you this, Eric. How many times have you gone to a scene and talked to somebody for 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 20 minutes and then place them under arrest?
It's domestics all the time.
All the time. The time. You don't just run in and start throwing people in handcuffs and slamming them on the ground.
Yeah, I don't just put people in cuffs all the time. I'll do it if I think there's a safety issue going on. Like if I got a car and I see a bunch of gang tattoos and there's a bunch of digging around and it's late at night in a known dope area, I'm going to get everybody out, put them in cuffs one by one, and figure out what I got. Now, it's just based on the premise of why I stopped them in the first place. So, but there's times that I put people in cuffs, and then there's times that I go up to a domestic where we've been called there 400 times, and it's always just a verbal, but the neighbors call on it, and we never cuff anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, just depends. Didn't Mythbusters do a test with a breathalyzer? I don't know. I'm not sure. But let me see here. Craig Holcomb said, but you always cuff someone running away from you. Yeah, if you run from me, you're getting cuffed. As long as I got a lawful reason to get you. That's another thing.
Right.
Because we discussed this quite a bit on here, Brian, is people running from a traffic stop. If the driver runs, I got a reason to chase him. If the passenger runs, that doesn't necessarily mean I got a reason to go after him.
Right. Unless you have information that like the back passenger was shooting out of the back window. Well, that's
Right.
different now.
Yeah. So
You know?
it's always a good test for cops to see what they're going to do when the passenger gets out and rabbits and you're like, what did you have?
That's
What offense did
literally
you have?"
a scenario that we use with the recruits at the academy. That
Yes.
same exact scenario.
Yep. So yeah. All right, let's keep going.
And they all fall for it.
It looks like this car's on fire, by the way.
Everyone's here. So, it's not looking good though.
True love, shut up. You big bearded bastard.
I'm assuming that's what Bob said. So, and I told him Hummer has been notified too. So I don't know if he's coming out or what. But, yeah.
Please tell me
He
he's not
said that
still in
he's
this
probably
car.
going to take him back up in that cruiser. I told him I'd drive his personal back to the station if somebody can give me a ride back to get my cruiser. That'd be great.
I can't let you go, dude.
Are you the first one here? Yeah.
I was just weird. I'm leaving.
Man, that's a city.
Yeah, I know. It's par for the week for Lake Township this week, though.
It's been a bad week. Good then? We good?
I was gonna say we got everything.
Okay. All right.
You guys are down the bus right now.
All right, Mike, we're going back to the station, all right? Hop in the passenger seat.
They taking his gun and stuff from me?
What did he just ask?
You said, are you taking his gun and stuff from him? And they said,
They
nope.
taking his gun and stuff from me?
Come on, boys. We got to do better.
Wrong.
Got to do better.
Yeah, the first contact I had with him, I intentionally walked so Glenn was going after.
Country girl. Most citizens' cars would be impounded. Yeah, well, you're only hurting the city if you take away a patrol car. That's totally different. You're
The
not
city has
taking-
to pay for the city car to be towed to the city lot and then pay the city lot to get the city car out.
Right. Yeah. You don't want to tow the police car. I know she's joking, but that's funny. She's not wrong though. We would normally, yes.
That is true.
You would normally tow the vehicle, but in this case, you don't want to tow it. Just make sure his ass doesn't get back in it.
I literally just left.
Okay. Yep, I'll follow you up there.
He said tow his personal car. Now that's funny way. I like that. It's probably not wrong.
And I follow him up and be right back.
Hummer said we're good to get out of here. From Schmidland.
Alan's in the chat. He's like,
Got control.
definition of impairment is danger to himself and others. So how can he carry a gun? Yeah, he should not be carrying a gun.
Yeah, we both agree on that.
I don't get it. Mike, shut up. He said, tow the car, double standard. You can't tow the car. You're only hurting the citizens if you do. Because now it's all citizen money is going to have to deal with all of that. No.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Knock it off. Outdoors, and somebody needs to check the dang oil. It's probably got 100 proof in it. That's all we got. Okay, I'm gonna read the comments on this one because now I'm interested. If I
what happened?
Yeah, it just kind of ended there. So we got to unbiggie size this. Oh, did I stop sharing the screen? My bad. Okay, so it was Ohio, Toledo, Ohio. Okay, we know all that. Officers and nearby agencies along Walbridge Police Chief arrived. A PBT was given, which showed a BAC of .168. Damn, he was, what is that? That's more than
double.
twice. Yeah, more than twice, because .08 is the legal limit. Irvin was relieved of duty on the spot, fired from the department within days. He was later charged with several misdemeanors, including operating vehicle intoxicated, disorderly conduct, obstructing official business, and having a weapon while intoxicated. So he got charged for having that weapon. So just like y'all said.
Yeah.
Wow. And that is police accountability like it should be.
Agreed.
Are there things they could have improved? Yeah, I definitely think there's things they could improve on that. But overall, I mean, they got the job done. So is what it is. But this next video was actually sent in on our chat. It's kind of long. It's about 10 minutes. So I want to do a short one. Not that one. That one's long. Here we go. Let's watch this one. I hope it's not one we've seen. Share screen. All right. Biggie size. There we go.
Got him right here, Prospect Emerson.
Okay, so the first thing I noticed as soon as this started is they said, we got him right here. So there's somebody they're looking for. So it's not just a random stop.
Hey, show me your hand.
Reaching,
Get your hand out of your pocket. Get your fucking hands out of your pocket.
That's what we call the gun hops. You ever see that, Brian, in all the training videos? Somebody's trying to get their gun out, but they're so amped up, they just start jumping in place. That's what we just seen there.
Get your hands out of your pocket. Get your fucking hands out of your pocket. Shots fired. Shots fired. Suspect. Yep, got him right here. Prospect Emerson.
Okay, as we're rolling up, my big concern is the crossfire, or our backdrop, I should say, because we've got looks like a residential house, and then you got cross traffic. Any other concerns that you have, Brian?
No, I mean those are two pretty good ones to have right off the bat.
Yeah. I'm curious why we're making contact with this guy. I know that it says in the description up here, Brian, but I'm not reading it. I try to keep it out of my periph. So I intentionally don't know anything about the video.
Right.
But let's keep going here.
Hey, show me your hand.
Yeah, he was digging right away. Digging. Uh-oh. Tim's yelling at me for not reading his comment. I didn't see it. What comment did Tim have? I saw it. Want to be cuffed by Eric and treated like a dirty criminal. Join our Discord and spread him, you sicko. Oh, you should be ashamed of yourself, you dirty old man. But in here, what's your move going to be unassing from that car there, Brian?
Well, first of all, let's go back. Mike asked, what was the reason for contact? Yeah, I mean, we're assuming that you know, the description up there about the double murder suspect is why they were looking for this guy. That's what I'm assuming. Anyways, I don't know. I mean, if
you need if you're looking for an offense, he's walking in the roadway. So I mean,
well, yeah, okay, yeah. If that's what you mean, then sure, we can.
Yeah.
I mean, we can.
If you're looking for a reason to contact other than matching, now that we've read the title, the double murder suspect, who instantly, by the way, sees police cars with lights and sirens and turns and starts digging in his pocket. Pretty safe to say you got the right guy.
Get your hands out of your pocket! Get your fucking hands out of your pocket!
Points a gun.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Suspect down! Please action!
Looks like he dropped the gun and then he kind of proned himself out.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And I didn't hear any extra shots. Once the threat went down, they stopped shooting. So,
Hey, Eric, somebody said make our faces smaller so the video's bigger.
All right, yeah, we could do that.
There you go.
There we go.
Show me your fucking head! Oh, wait. Show your fucking head! Hands out!
Okay, now on this, because we can see the gun, I don't mind them going in, especially with his hands out the way they were. I like the approach. I don't always like to rush in, but in this instance where we seen the gun go flying, it's in the dirt right there.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I don't mind this. Brian, you got any tactical issues with what's going on?
No, not at all. I mean, obviously you wouldn't go shoulder to shoulder with your partner. You would spread out and approach, get different angles, and it's not like you're not trying to do a tactical ambush or anything. Really,
Right.
you would spread out so you could get eyes on multiple sides and so you can see what's going on. Is he really down? I mean, how many videos have we seen where somebody's laying down like that? Or, I mean, maybe not in this exact instant, but where as soon as an officer approaches, they'd spin around and stab them or shoot them or whatever the case may be. So I don't have a problem with them approaching.
Yeah, you guys in the comment, you guys are getting petty tonight. So petty. There's no sidewalk. That's a weak reason to stop someone. He just turned and fired on the cops because he matched the description and they knew who they were looking for. Let's use a little reasonable and logical thought process. I was just brainstorming something quick off the top of the head while he's walking in the roadway. Do I have time to analyze this street? Have we taken time to see if there is an actual sidewalk? No.
And we don't know what the call details were.
Yeah, we don't know the call detail. We don't know any of that stuff. We're just going off what we see. And what we seen was these cops pull up and this guy turn and start trying to shoot at them. It's not reasonable. Doesn't matter. Lawful stop or not. When a cop rolls up with lights on and sirens, it still doesn't give you warrant to turn around and start shooting at them. Come on, guys. Come on. What's going on tonight? Andy, same thing. Show me how you're supposed to walk with no sidewalks against traffic. You walk with traffic. You don't walk against traffic in the roadway. It's pretty fucking common sense.
Hands out! Hands out! Hands out! Hands out! I'm beside you. Hands out! I'm with you. Okay. Moving. Hands. I got hands. Go. I got lethal.
Brandar, don't be so soft that you think I'm getting mad. I'm not mad. I'm just giving you sarcasm, which is what I do. So it's and some people are not brainstorming. They're literally upset. At least that's how it comes across. That it's not that he was in the roadway. Matter of fact, I'm going back looking. Yeah, he's in the road the whole time. The entire time he's in the road. How do I know? This is the beginning. That's him in the road. Is he in the middle? Nope, but he's in the road. And he's walking against traffic. So this is what it is. You're a punk. Shut up, Andy. Anyway, all right, let's go to we got another quick one here. Boom. Share this tab instead. Biggie size. All right, let's go. All right, we got a traffic stop at a gas station. These are my favorite traffic stops to conduct because when they're done, what do you get to do, Brian?
Go inside and get a drink.
Yep. And use the bathroom.
That's right.
So let's see here. Oh, Spencer lulls. Let's see what he said. Look, man, this is just a bad optics. We got 2 pigs. Thank you. Yes, we are. Live streaming and reviewing footage of other pigs who are doing state-sanctioned. What did that say? State-sanctioned violence, whether it's justified or not. I don't think you understand how much people hate cops right now. So you should probably do some introspection into how policing nowadays is systematically bad at its job. So according to your logic and reasoning there, Spence, we shouldn't discuss it. We shouldn't try to make things better simply because you're too emotionally fragile to have a conversation and discuss things that you have a problem with. We should just ignore it, turn the other way, and just accept that people hate us. Well, I don't accept that. I have the conversations. I bring people to the table and we talk about it. So if you don't like it, keep scrolling, buddy. All right, let's keep going.
405 and 10. 405 and 10 7.
Oh, shit. Did it jump ahead?
That's what I was thinking. Where'd that canine and officer come from?
Yeah, like I saw the car getting pulled over. So we get here. Okay. So he must have already made contact because they switched cameras and we can hear it. Let's hope we get a body cam.
405 and 10. 405 and 10 7.
And to add insult to injury, he went back by and passed them.
I need stay here now. Take a big bullet now. Shut it on. Pressing is me around.
So in this, if I show up, my concern's the safety of the officer. I'm not chasing the bad guy if I got to go check on my buddy. Same thing for you, Brian?
Yep, exactly.
405 and 10. 405 and 10 7. Monitor as well.
Dog looks okay. So that's a plus.
You're going the vehicle, continuing westbound.
What way did the vehicle go? 10-9.
Sweet. That vehicle just went southbound on Acuff Road.
Are you alright?
Yeah.
Where are you hurt?
Everywhere.
Did he run you over?
Yeah.
So apparently we found him.
Hey, watch out. 4-2, I'm going to be 1097 cents over that vehicle at East Bay Boulevard. I got the vehicle. It's unoccupied.
All right, you were a SWAT guy. What's your thoughts on this approach to this trailer?
I don't necessarily like it at all. We don't have a perimeter set up. There's nothing pushing us or driving us to go dig this guy out of here right now. He's not from what we can tell, he's not, committing any further violence towards anybody. So that's one of those things where I think younger officers, rush in and maybe sometimes put themselves in situations where there's officer-induced jeopardy instead of, sitting back, disabling the vehicle, setting a perimeter, utilizing all the tools that we have, including other units within the department. And then, possibly getting a warrant depending on, the situation.
Yeah.
For sure. I see get a warrant on show me audits. I mean, that's dependent. You have the right to chase a fleeing felon, which he just committed a felony, multiple felonies.
Right. But we would have had to
So-
have seen him into the house. We would have had to been in fresh pursuit. So if we just found the car because we knew where he was going to head, we would still need a warrant.
But it almost looked like there was multiple. I don't know if that's just one residence there. Or there was multiple. It looked like at the beginning there was multiple, maybe. So I mean, for me, you find the car, you call all the resources you have, including if you have helicopters and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
you formulate a plan. Now there's nothing driving us to go in there and risk us getting hurt or hurting the suspect unnecessarily because emotions are high.
Yeah. I'm going to address Brandar's comment. He said, concern for one person over the overall damage a driver can do to many, no greater good outlook. Well, I'm not a big fan of pursuits in the first place, but this guy would be worthy of pursuing, in my opinion. What I meant was if I'm the first officer on scene after my guy just got ran over, or a civilian, like if I'm the first one that gets there of a civilian that just got ran over and I see the suspect going, I'm going to render aid to that victim. That's me. It doesn't mean my choice is right, but if they're seriously injured, if they got ran over, their life is important too. So for me, I'm going to go over to the victim. Brian, you going to chase the bad guy if you've seen him, or are you going to go help the victim?
No, you
I
have
don't
to help
know.
the victim, and I think, well, I mean, if like you said, if you're the first one on scene, you're going to go render aid.
Yeah.
And they did the right thing, got on the radio and gave the direction of travel, and obviously they had several officers come in to help, and it doesn't look like it's that much longer after that they found the vehicle, so it's not like they just gave up on finding the guy.
Yeah. Yeah. So for me here, you're going to want to get a warrant, freeze the scene, set up and wait. That's what I would do personally.
Yeah, and I think the whole hot pursuit thing that somebody mentioned, Eric, you touched on it. That was my whole point, right? Like you don't have hot pursuit here, so what are we running toward? What are we going towards?
Yeah.
If you saw him actively run into that residence right there, then
Right.
and if you want to pursue him, great. But we clearly they didn't because they just found the car. That's why I said I think you need to lock the scene down, set up a perimeter, and call in more resources, and then call for a warrant or get a warrant if you need to.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, and again, there's a little bit we don't know. We don't know if they were chasing after this car, but he was, let's say, 2 miles down the road, but they could still see him. And they see him turn, and then they catch up to the turn, and they know he's right here. I would still say that you need a warrant. I need to see his physical little body run up into that house or whatever.
Agreed.
Yeah. So hopefully we have the license plate and all that good stuff so we can write the warrant. Because when you write the warrant, you're going to have to put that in there. So, all right, let's keep going.
It's going to be in this little lot over here by Booker Septic Service.
But I don't like walking by windows. Oh, man.
Show me your hands!
Oh, shit.
Show me your hands! Show me your hands! He just ran over there. He ran over there.
Your boy just fell with his gun out.
428, we're going to be pursuing the...
They didn't jump the fence!
Suspect, he just walked.
What are we doing?
He just jumped over the fence. It's going to be a Bravo Mike, shirtless.
Oh.
Right shorts.
Come on, boys.
Show me your hands! Put your hands behind your back now!
He's still there?
Put your hands behind your back now!
Well, he is thick. May have been out of breath.
Put your hands behind your back!
Well, he got fucked up by that fence.
Let him know we're going to be temperature.
Did it have barbed wire on it?
It may have.
428, we're 77. Have EMS.
What if it's an innocent person? Well, we'll figure that out here in a minute once we talk to this guy.
Yeah, a reasonable and prudent person doesn't conduct those actions, hides behind a little thin area. Like, guys, it's totality of circumstances. What if he's an innocent person? If he's an innocent person,
and it just happens to be really sweaty and full of blood.
Yeah, the investigation will pan out. You have a lawful reason to be able to detain this guy, for sure.
Yeah.
Dude was behind the trailer smoking crack and shit his pants.
Maybe.
Oh, shit.
And that'll come out.
Mike, let him go. Tag, you're it. This is this is part of the problem with my crowd here is like they're funny.
I love it.
And you got to have thick skin sometimes.
It's good.
Deal with their sense of humor.
Times.
Let's see here. This one's 3 minutes. Okay.
see him. He's taking off.
Okay. So, what's your thoughts on pursuits, Brian? I'm just curious.
I kind of, after 20 years of doing this, I've taken a different approach or mindset to them. The juice definitely has to be worth the squeeze, and I think there's a lot of pursuits that aren't necessarily warranted or justified that end very badly when a simple get their license plate and conduct an investigation after that would be sufficient. Now, on the last video, when you have an officer run over, that guy's getting chased. Like it's, we're chasing
Yeah.
that guy for sure. But I mean, if I go to pull somebody over for making a wide right turn and they take off and run, and it's rush hour through downtown, that juice is not worth the squeeze for me.
No, I
At
agree.
all.
I'm not a fan of pursuits really anymore. Just too many people get hurt. Officers get hurt. Bad guys get hurt. Citizens get hurt. And
Yeah.
normally it's like for what? Like what this says up here, because I accidentally read it. Swerving at a depth. Well, this is different. The chase is already on, but what is I want to know what the point of contact is. Why are we why did we try to pull this car over?
He's taking off. He's right there at 810. He almost hit 810.
Well, see, now we have a different offense right there.
Yeah, because now you've got
He intentionally.
He was trying to get he was trying to get that officer to move those spike strips out of his way, and it didn't work. Well, I don't know if he got good spikes on him or not, but
I pinned him. I got him stopped.
70 years old, dude.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
That's some dark tint. I can't see shit. that would make me nervous.
Stop it right there! You stop! You turn it off! I got him. You keep your hands right there where I see him. All right. Yes, you stay right there till we get out.
Did he grab a dog?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
It looks like it.
Get out of it! Get out of it! Out of my car! Right now! Get out of it!
And there's a dog in the car. Dude, this is the oldest police agency I've ever seen. You see all the geriatrics running over here? That dude looks like he's in his 50s. These dudes both look like they're in their 50s. This is a whole retired PD. That sucks because this is a good point right here. That poor Shelby doesn't deserve this treatment. That was a really nice Mustang. I liked it. It was a nice Mustang. Oh, man. I don't know what we're talking about here, but Erik definitely 100% makes billions from what he does. I just wanted to share more of his trillions. Yeah, I'm 100 air off of this, guys. I promise you. Eye of the night. They fucking mobilize AARP unit. All right. I don't hate the process they did. You can't see in the car. We don't know if there's multiple people. They were a little amped up from the chase. But no strikes. They just pulled him out of the car. The hard part is you're yelling at him to get out of the car, but you're also telling him to keep his hands up. You can't do both. So, because if he's going to try to get out of that window like they're telling him to do because the car door slammed shut, he's got to drop his hands. I wouldn't drop my hands either. So,
right.
I'm okay. Look at this dude. Old as shit. All right. he might be in his 30s. That's the youngest guy we've seen so far. Come on, boys. The PT standards are still there. You're going to be out on the road. Boy, thick.
801, what's your location?
Jerry, turn the sirens off. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yes.
You can tell they got an older system. All right, I think that's the end of it. Yep, pretty much. All right, we got another short one, and then we'll get to the video that was sent to us to take a look at. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else, because we have a body cam video place in our Discord where you guys can send videos for us to check out. I've got that one pulled up, so we'll watch this one real quick. Share this tab, and then we'll get to that one, and we'll call it a night. Biggie size, smally size us. There we go. And let's go. That is some clear camera footage.
No joke.
Oh, somebody. Oh, we got a shootout in the streets. That's what we got. Oh, shit. Oh, the cops were right there. They came up on it. Holy shit. Brian, what are you doing?
Say NYPD?
Yep. Yeah, they were in the middle of a gun battle over here, and then this cop just happened to roll up on it. It looks like he's alone. I only see the one door open.
Is he shooting somebody behind that white car right now?
He looks like he's in a shooter pose. I'm gonna go back.
Back it up.
Yeah, let's go
I
back.
want to see when he gets there to see.
That was mass chaos.
All right, so there's an assault. The guy in the white shirt punched that guy on the bike.
Okay, you talking about this white shirt?
No, I'm talking about up. Yeah, that guy. It looked like he punched the guy that's standing in front of the car right now.
I'm gonna go back again. Let's. Yep. Yeah. So right there, he assaults the guy on the bike.
Yeah, he punched him.
Yeah, chicken shit punch too.
Mm-hmm.
Guy wasn't able to defend himself. So he immediately starts digging. Looks like this guy may be digging too.
Yeah, but the guy behind the car right there comes around the corner to start shooting.
Oh yeah, right there.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a gun. You can see it in his hand.
He does have a gun. Yeah.
Okay, so this dude comes out. This guy's shooting. So now they're both fencing with guns. Okay. I still don't see the cop. That may be his front bumper right there.
Yep, it is.
Yep. Okay, so he hasn't unasked the vehicle yet. All right. But dude, how are you handling this? Because this is nuts. Everybody with a gun gets shot? You can't necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, no, you can't do that, right? You can't walk up and say, just introduce yourself as I'm Officer so and so either. So I mean, it depends on what you have going on right now in front of you and what you know at the time that you roll up, what you perceive, what you know, what you see, because he may not even see those guys behind that red car.
Right.
Those other two guys in the white shirt. The only guy he may see is the guy in the gray hoodie that started shooting first. So I don't know what he sees to deal with.
Mike Cucumber, hey, I approve mutual combat. It'd be fine if bullets weren't flying around and going after everybody. That has nothing to do with it. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, cops getting out now. Guy with gun is running. Looks like he's got an extended mag, if I'm not mistaken, with that blurry look there.
Okay, so the guy in the gray is going to come around the back end of that red car right now and start shooting at that guy. Yep, he's going to start shooting at that guy in the white. And the cop sees that, it looks like.
Yeah.
he sees it and addresses it.
2 cops. Looks like a second cop came out over
Yeah.
there.
Was nobody hit? It does like everybody ran away.
Well, firearms instructor, we both know that just because you get hit doesn't mean you'll go down.
That is true.
Ooh, it looked like the female was running one hand shooting.
Okay,
Oh, we
here
get
we
another
go.
angle. Here we go. So that guy
This poor
pulled.
lady at the bottom of the screen is just like trying to go to the store or something,
Right.
holding her keys. Like, can y'all hurry up?
Holy shit.
Shots fired.
That's crazy.
Did they both go after that same guy?
Yeah. Oh, get a lapel mic, dude.
Get down. Shots fired. 533 Ocean. Shots fired.
Look at the backdrop too. All apartments.
Yeah.
They're just shooting reckless. Jesus Christ.
Shots fired. 523 Ocean. Shots fired. Shots fired. I got 1 minute.
So that guy right there in the gray was the first guy to fire his gun.
Yes. Yeah, for
He
sure.
came around from the back of the car to defend the guy that got punched, it looked like. So like maybe his buddy got punched. He came around from the back and started shooting at the guy that punched his buddy.
Yeah, but he got way too
That's what it
into
looked like.
He got way too into it and started shooting at everybody. But
See why multiple angles matter?
yep. And
You get to see all the cameras.
and then shooting with your radio in your hand without having a lapel mic these days. I mean, it's 2025, guys. It's
Well,
not
that
that you-
and if it's time to shoot, shoot. If it's time to talk, talk. Like you shouldn't be doing both things at
right.
the same time.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
would
one
have
thing
dropped the
you try
damn
to
radio.
tell- Exactly.
Yeah.
But you try to tell younger officers that, like, if there's a time to talk and there's a time to take action, whatever that action is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the hard
don't do
part on
both.
this one is because you got a guy actively shooting, actively running with a gun. I mean, you got multiple people running with guns, but you have this guy on view that's running around shooting everybody. You got to engage him. You have to. But your shots have got to be better planned. The shooting with the radio in your hand and running and shooting, like, man, that's a rough position to be in. I don't envy them. I hope they didn't hit anybody else. Harrison, they're still using dumb Glocks. I love my Glock, thank you. And not all of us can afford staccatos. Brian, what gun were you carrying over at my house? The staccato C?
The C.
The C. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful gun, y'all. I wish I could have one. Yeah, they're amazing. So
You had some nice guns on the table.
yeah, I do, but it's not a staccato. I like that Glock you saw. That's a good Glock, right? It's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's got some fun. It's the old Roland special. That's all it is. So
Yeah.
But all right, let me get to this one last video that was sent in. It's like 10 minutes. So we'll see if we get through the whole damn thing, but all right. Where is share screen? Now this one comes from 50 Police Body Cam. So shout out to them on their YouTube channel. Make sure you guys go like and subscribe to them. This was sent in, so biggie size this, smallie size us, and let's go.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
I'm the police. Hold on.
No, he's not!
He says, I'm the police. And then all of a sudden someone yells out, no, I'm not. I don't care if you're the police or not. If you ain't in uniform in a car, every police officer should be trained and should know that you drop the gun. If the cops are telling you commands, you follow the commands. Brian, you got anything different on that?
No, I agree 100%. Once the guys in uniform show up, even if you are off duty, conducting yourself in a police fashion, when uniforms show up, they're in control, period.
Yep.
Do what they say.
Let me see your hands. Step away. Sir, do me a favor, just step that way, okay?
Oh, there's a little favoritism there. I'm not trusting you just because you say you're a cop. I ain't playing that game. Fuck you. I'm not going to do that. I'll just step away. It was cool. He's showing his waistband. That makes me think he probably is a cop. He's being smart about it. But nah, dude, you're getting proned out like everybody else because this is not normal behavior, whatever's happening here.
Right.
You know. Don't let that motherfucker go.
Is anybody shot?
I got it.
Are you shot?
Is anyone
Why
shot?
Are you bleeding?
No, he was trying to disarm me. He's trying to disarm me.
You got double cuffs.
Yeah, I got you.
He's saying he's police.
Yeah. Give me your hand.
Okay, did you shoot? Okay, you had a gun, so we're just figuring everything out.
This guy blocked me and jumped out of the
Okay.
car.
Okay, we'll get to that, okay? Yeah. 2-1.
Okay, remember how we talked about earlier that you can be put in cuffs but not be under arrest? This guy's being put in cuffs and he's not under arrest yet. Because we got to secure this scene. One guy's armed, another guy cut off an armed person. One's claiming to be a cop. I don't know who's the cop right now. I can't tell.
I'm confused too. I think it's the other guy that they.
I do think it's the other guy,
too. Yeah.
But all the chaos going on, I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I got one detained. Come over here. We're gonna come over here, okay?
I've been fighting with this motherfucker for 10 minutes.
This is a good question. Centurion Tactical said, why does the male officer need to help the female? It's not that he needed to. It's that person was so large, you were never going to get his hands together to cuff with just one set of cuffs. So anytime you double cuff somebody, it's always good to have an extra person to help you out. So it wasn't, it's just normal. Is that how you work it, Brian, when you get a double cuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's normal.
Do you have anything on your pockets or anything like that? All right, turn around for me.
He needs to be cuffed too.
Officer Rodriguez is with the firearm. Did you shoot it?
He shot it. He was trying to disarm me and he pulled the trigger.
Flingy, start directing traffic. Westbound on River Bluff. All right, you have anything else on you, man?
My wallet, my keys.
981, I've got traffic. Turn around this way.
Curious whose blood that is.
Where did this all start?
He got hit in the head.
Coming off the expressway. Old boy was on the right lane. I drove by. I looked at him.
Do you need an ambulance?
I do not.
Just grab his stuff.
You got his
No, not yet.
Come on,
My police ID's in there too.
We're gonna walk this way, man. We're just gonna keep walking, okay? You say you're.
So he just said my police ID's in there too.
Yeah. I thought the other guy was the police.
I did too. That's what I'm saying. I'm so confused. Okay. So this guy is the cop. The other guy is not. This guy, our cop, is saying that the other dude needs to be put in cuffs because this truck cut him off. So the cop gets out with his gun and the other dude tried to disarm him. And that's when the shot went off, is the story I'm getting so far.
Right.
Police?
Yes,
We're going to have to break this one down.
Rolling Meadows. This guy came by beside me, started jaw jacking. He blocked my car right there. Jumped out of the car. That's when I got my piece out, told him to get the out, get back in the car, and then he kicked my door.
You should come over here by the BP on Summit or Dundee, start canvassing the cameras.
Okay? Because he was overpowering me. I was afraid of, I was in fear of my life.
Oh, here we
Saying
go.
he's a gang member.
Here we go.
So
he's already using the language. I was in fear for my life. Listen, I'm pretty sure almost 100% of road rage stuff can be avoided.
Yeah.
Just my 2 cents.
Well, he just said that guy blocked him.
Mike's saying they're all.
Yeah, run them and then let me know what comes with void and all that. CCL. Void and CCL.
Okay, all right.
You got him?
No, there's a police ID in the where the clip is.
Police ID? Hey man, let me see the clip.
I'm happy to be alive. This guy's
okay. Stay with him. Do not leave his side, okay?
They're not running anywhere. You don't need to
Because you have the blood on you. Make sure you're good, man.
And he's not the victim. I'm the victim.
This all started off the expressway.
I was at the light at the expressway. I drove by him. He looked. I looked at him. Went to the light. Made a left turn. He came around on the outside. Said, "You good, man? What's going on? What's going on?" I go, "I'm good, man."
Did you avoid it?
He pulls his car in front of me. He blocked me. And he jumps out of the car. Comes to the car. I get my gun out. I flash it to him. Tell him to go back to the car. He's talking that he's a gangbanger. You're gonna me up or whatever. Told him to keep going back to the car. Keep back to the car. Then he kicked my door. Then I got out. He started walking to the car. And he turned around and started fighting me. All right? He was going to overpower me, so I gave him upside the head to stop.
Is he valid, like void and all that?
Valid
CCL?
void. Valid void.
CCL?
CCL, no, let me check.
If he's a peace
All
officer,
right,
he doesn't
so-
need one, right?
After speaking with him, all right, I guess this all started after when they were coming off to the exit off of 90.
Right.
Just tailing each other. Dude stops in front of him. The guy with the braids is in this car.
Okay.
This
gentleman is in the back car?
Yes.
Okay.
This guy pulls in front of him, gets out of the car, just mouthing him off. He's telling him, like, what's going on, what's going on. This guy and this guy, the team,
SUV, yep.
the SUV said, get back in your car, get back in your car. And then I guess that's when this guy kicked his car, and he's just like, get back in your car, get back in your car. He opened the door, and then that's when they started to go at it. And then,
And where are you getting this from? Let's get away from him a little bit. I don't want to get too close to him.
Yeah.
I like that.
Where are you getting this from?
I like that he's getting away from the officer, the off-duty officer.
Mm-hmm.
Try to keep this. I'm curious. Yeah, Mike's bringing it up too. Where's the other cop dead? Like, where's he at? I want to know this other dude.
from that gentleman, he's just saying it. The guy who's in the SUV. So the SUV was this guy, and then the guy that FD's transporting is this guy.
Okay.
He says he's with Rolling Meadows, and that he was.
That was my next question.
Yeah. He said he was with Rolling Meadows, and that he was in fear for his life and all that.
He's saying he's a police officer?
He told us that immediately when we pulled out Green Rodriguez.
Did he say the gun went off? He shot it?
He's saying that the guy that was in this car shot the gun.
The guy that was in this car? So he's an off-duty police officer, but that's not his gun?
No, the gun. He didn't say much about the gun. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So now, Brian, I know you haven't done detective work yet, but I think you would know this is we got to get GSW.
Yeah, I mean,
GSR. Sorry, gunshot residue test done.
It should be pretty easy, yeah, to determine.
Yeah. So to figure out who shot. So if the other guy did shoot this off-duty guy's gun, well, you're gonna have a smoking gun, no pun intended, with the GSR.
And that's the way it came out, like, according to Hannah, possibly up in the air.
All this could have been avoided. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, Brandar is asking, why aren't they putting him in the back of the car? You don't need to put him in the back of a car yet. You're still figuring out what's going on. So it looks like, to me, I would say both parties are at fault. In something like it seems that way. I know most road rage incidents that I see, it's a two-way street. But
yeah, so what I was going to say is a couple of things. Why did that guy even get out of the car? So what, the guy blocked you and got out and was walking towards you. Just drive around his car.
Drive around him, go on your merry way.
Leave. And so, so he kicked his door. Okay. I mean, if he's not trying to actively smash your window or point a weapon at you or do something that truly puts you in fear for your safety and you
Yep.
can't leave, then obviously that's different. But you're right. There's obviously way more to this incident than what we know so far. And I think a lot of times in road rage incidents, people escalate it
Yeah,
instead of diffusing it.
it's typically a two-way street because even when people are road raging on you, if you're like, "Oh, my bad," like give them the sign language. Usually that's enough. But
yeah,
are there instances where somebody's just blind rage? Yeah, I guess there is. Especially if you didn't, if you're driving like aggressive as well and you happen to cut someone off, like I get it. So, but where did that comment go? Somebody asked why he's not in the back of the car, and I think this is the proper answer. He ain't fitting. I think that's pretty fair. So, all right, let's keep going here.
But like maybe during a struggle.
Yeah. So
FYI, I don't know what kind of. I guess the guy actually shot around.
It sounds like the gun went off maybe during a struggle.
Yeah, The one witness over there said that he shot around.
You say who?
During a struggle?
He says that when they were hands on, they were fighting and a shot went off.
Okay.
So essentially, what he said is that he says that he doesn't know what happened, what got him to this point.
Yeah, it was a road rage.
Yeah.
So over there.
When they were here, he says that he was pumping gas. He turned this way. He says the black guy in the front goes to the back.
Brandar said, put him in the car would avoid the possibility of a suspect overhearing everything they don't want him to hear and avert from the building a story. I mean, they moved away.
I don't think you can hear them from where they are right now.
The thing is about a case, guys, like even if he hears something, the facts of the case won't lie. A real case like this, the facts they're going to come to light. Doesn't matter what type of lies you say, the facts will come out. This is a run-of-the-mill normal road rage. I don't care that he's a cop. This is the investigation's going to lead.
Wade said, "Pause. Is it a SIG P320?" That's a good question. That is a good question. That's the question of the night.
Only a few people are going to get that, but Wade, I think that's the comment of the night, sir. Yeah. It may have just fired itself. We don't know. All right. That's a good one. I like that, Wade. Well done, sir.
Side and is arguing with the person inside.
And, where are my manners? Thank you, Brandar, for the $10. Appreciate that, brother. And I guess I really didn't answer your question. I guess it would. You're right, it would. But again, I mean, look how far away they are. They're in there's a fire truck running right by them. Them guys ain't hearing it. They're probably barely hearing each other. The mic just happens to pick it up a lot better because they have body cams on. But that is a loud environment right now. I promise you. Let me see.
Arguing and then eventually...
You got the statement from this gentleman?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm staying with him, but if you got his statement, that's fine. Fine work. Whatever else you need to do, okay?
Yeah. I mean, do we still need him cuffed? He's cuffed up right now.
And what may surprise people, because we didn't necessarily have an on-view offense, possibly, they may walk away not being arrested. That's a possibility. Just so people, I want you to be prepared for that. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that could happen. The point is for the detective to put the case together and do more investigating.
He can be detained for right now because we don't know what's going on. Where's the other guy? Is
he's in the ambulance.
Okay. If he's been searched, he can probably come out of cuffs.
All right.
We gotta start canvassing for like cameras and any other witnesses.
I got. I did. I searched
him over on the east side.
All right, man. We're gonna take you off these cuffs, okay? No, where is he? He said it's in the car.
The gun bag.
I don't know that I would uncuff him yet. I would still try to find out if I got enough for an arrest that night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
In the back on the floor.
Your PO thing? Your PO badge?
What's that?
Your PO badge?
Sorry.
Or your sergeant? What was your first name? Carlos? Carlos, are you willing to go down to the station?
What are we doing?
Yeah?
What are we doing?
The investigators are going to have to talk to you just to figure out what happened.
I need to get my lawyer.
Your lawyer?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
I gave you the prelim, so.
Yeah, the prelim, yeah. He said he wants his lawyer.
Yeah, that's fine.
Smart move.
Yeah.
It's a smart move. I would have done the same thing. I don't blame him. Everybody's got rights. I would recommend that to everybody in the chat tonight. Do the same thing. Ask for your lawyer. But I have a hard time buying your story when you got out of the car. I wouldn't have got out. I would have drove around him and called the police. You're a trained cop, so you already got his license plate, I would hope. I mean, he pulled in front of you. So, yeah, there's more involved.
Yeah, that's all right.
Damn, they closed off that whole freaking road. They got police tape around the whole
Get
thing.
on the scene and everything like that. If you can just, I understand you. He told me that you want your lawyer. Totally fine. If you can just, I think we're gonna take everything to the PD, just to get out of here. Everything's fine. So if you don't mind.
Who's removing my car?
So right now the ETs are
Still on the
processing the
scene?
scene,
Okay.
all that good stuff. Once it's done, most likely we're gonna tow it to.
Sorry, I don't like this treatment. I don't like it. I wouldn't treat two citizens in the street that had this incident. They'd both still be in cuffs. They'd both be taken down to the investigator, where they would then get their Miranda rights read to them, and we would treat this like any normal investigation.
And then they can lawyer up down there.
Yeah, he is not treating this like a regular investigation. The officer, he's not treating this like a regular investigation.
Right.
He's showing favoritism to this cop. I don't like that. You're fucking up the investigation. I mean, in all honesty, a defense attorney is gonna eat this alive. So we'll see.
RPD, and that's where it's gonna be. So they're doing photographs and making the appropriate phone calls, and then going from there. So right now at this point is obviously we're still investigating. I think it'd be easier if we smoke to the PD. What PD?
Rolling Meadows.
Rolling Meadows. Okay. Yeah. So that's it, and then after that we'll see.
You want to come with him?
Yeah, I'll go with you. We'll take him.
Yeah, we'll take him. All right. We're going to go this way, Carlos. Go ahead, have a seat in there, okay?
Don't be tight.
Well, I guess they didn't give him the option to go down there. They told him he's going down there, and then he said he wants his lawyer, so I guess the lawyer is going to meet him maybe. I don't know.
The suspect, Carlos Saez, was aged 58 at the time of this arrest. He was a sergeant with the Rolling Meadows Police Department, with 19 years on the job. He was charged with 3 counts of aggravated battery, use of a deadly weapon, as a Class 3 felony, 3 counts of aggravated battery in a public place as a Class 4 felony, 2 counts of reckless discharge of a firearm, also as a Class 4 felony, and disorderly conduct, breach of the peace, as a Class C misdemeanor. In the wake of this incident and subsequent charges, the suspect was relieved of his police duties and placed on administrative leave, and his next court date is September the 26th, 2025. After speaking to witnesses and reviewing CCTV video, the other driver was not charged. Now, what do you think? Were the sergeant's actions legally justifiable? Morally justifiable? Maybe one but not the other? What do you make of the way he was treated by the responding police department? Let us know in the comments.
I like this page. I've never seen these guys before. I'm not mad at the way that they did that whole thing. That was nice. But all right, so that's our last video for the night, but this is the point I want to bring up, Brian. Clearly, Harrison actually pointed out. So I think Aubrey said she's out. Good night, Aubrey. Appreciate you tonight. Thank you very much. She said, Brian, hope you all have a great night.
Thanks.
So we've seen 2 videos, and Harrison Brock brought this up, where the cops were treated different on the call.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that with the DWI one, and we saw it with this. I would implore any cops that are listening to this, stop doing that. You are going to screw up the case when you show favoritism, because now it's a bias, and that bias is going to be clearly shown, and you're going to screw everything up. Now, Brian, do you got anything different to add on that?
No, I don't at all. I mean, you need to treat everybody equally, and
Yes.
like, I agree with you. I wouldn't have taken them out of the cuffs. I wouldn't have taken a civilian out of the cuffs or somebody claiming to be an officer out of the cuffs that quick. I wouldn't have given him the options that they gave him. You know, it's like, here's the deal. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go down to the station. You're going to talk to an investigator. You can have your attorney if you want. We're towing your car. You're
Yep.
riding down there in handcuffs. That's how it's going to be.
Yeah, I agree.
That's how we would
Yeah,
treat a civilian in that case.
Yeah. I think the that's kind of the theme tonight for what we've been seeing is officers treating officers differently. I don't like that. I don't like the bias. The whole point of what we do here is how can we improve? Not just improve on the cop side, the citizen side too. Work together, do better. And so if I'm going to leave with a message on how we can do better in this one is stop, excuse me, stop with the police bias. It's only making things worse. And don't run from the police if you're a citizen. We already saw that. Recommendation, during any type of, if you feel like you're being wronged by the police, 1, make sure you ask if you're being detained or if you're free to leave. Because if you're free to leave, leave. So just go away. I promise you. I tell everybody that if they're saying you're free to leave, go. Don't let them trick you into a conversation.
Right.
And then if you feel like you're being wronged, make sure they got their body cam or record yourself. Ask if you can record. And if you're not already recording, and then make sure that you make your protest known, but cooperate. You know, I don't agree to any searches and seizures. I don't agree to you, getting my ID, but I am out of threat of arrest or, whatever. So all that goes in your favor. So that's what I got tonight. Brian, before we take off tonight, let everybody know what you got going on, how they can find you, how they can help support you.
Yeah, so I'm making a run at United States Congress. Eric, we just had a great podcast that just dropped today, so everybody go check that out. You can check out my website at stallfortexas.com. We're on social media. Brian Stahl for Congress. We're on Facebook, Instagram. I'm not big on the social media thing. I got people handling that. So Eric showed me a little bit and taught me some things over the last week that I didn't even know. So that's not really my thing. But no, I appreciate you having me on here. I'm big on accountability. I'm big on transparency. I'm big on judicial reform, law enforcement reform. There's several things that I think we can do better as within this profession, and I want to help facilitate that. And I think what we're doing here is very very eye-opening for some people, and I think it's needed. That having people have open discussions about things, and then hearing um, 2 officers sit there and agree with a lot of you guys, like, yeah, they are treating this person, you know, the wrong way. They're showing favoritism.
Yep.
and we don't agree with it. It's wrong. We're calling it out. We're here to say they're wrong. It needs to stop. We need to stop doing this. So that's my mentality when it comes to all these things.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Billfold. He showed up late tonight, but I'm glad he showed up. I haven't heard from him in a while. So one of the things that we do on here, Brian, is our regulars that come on, like we offer them to come on and share their voice. And Mr. Billfold was one of the first to do that. To the point where he got on here and debated with Von Kleem, the Force Science guy.
Okay.
And it was an awesome episode. They went toe to toe. It was fun to watch. Mutual respect along the whole way. But it's one of the things that makes our platform unique is we give these guys a voice all the way to the point where I offer them to come on the show. So as long as you got a mic and a webcam, come on, baby, we can do this.
Having conversations like that, especially with people that may not necessarily agree with everything that you say or do, that is the most healthy way of getting things solved. Is having open, respectful conversations about things. And then sometimes I get it, you just have to agree to disagree. But other times, maybe you can enlighten people or be enlightened yourself, right? You're constantly learning. You're always trying to better yourself and everybody around you. So to answer the question, no, it's not a new district. It's District 6 is what I'm running in. So Texas Congressional District 6 is the district I'm running in.
Nice. I didn't know it was Mr. Billfold's birthday. So I'm down if you're down, Brian.
What are we doing?
Oh, you know what we're doing, baby. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Bullfold. Happy birthday to you.
That's only because he's a regular of yours.
Thank you.
Right?
You just got happy birthday sang to you by the future U.S. Congressman.
Yeah. No, it's been fun, man. I appreciate it. I think you're doing great stuff on here. I like all the interaction with the chat. I think, you see some of these things and it's just two people talking in an echo chamber and they have the chat turned off. I don't even pay attention to those people. If you're not willing to have open dialogue and accept criticism, and then we're kind of just spinning our wheels.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, we do not do an echo chamber here for sure. And we'll disagree. We'll get on each other's nerves, but very next show we're back at it again, and then we may agree and may not, but perfect sync. Yeah, it was not perfect sync at all. Wade, you should have just stuck with your P320 comment and walked out.
Don't ruin this now, Wade. You
Don't
have the
ruin
comment
it now,
of the night.
Wade. We already said you had the best comment. Now you're putting that in jeopardy. Brandar86 said, as senator, can you work to put in a database on dog-free sniff hits for finding and no findings? Need to identify the success rate of their use.
Interesting.
That is interesting. I like that.
Yeah, I don't know, with it being a federal position that I'm running for. I mean, that would probably come down to a more of a city, individual city thing, whether or not they want to partake in that. I guess you could introduce a bill that would require that, but that would be very, very hard to try to tackle.
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
I'm not opposed to it, but I think that's more of a state issue or it's a city issue.
Yep. They're asking, are you going to go to DC or Austin?
DC.
DC, baby.
Yeah.
Yep. He's going to be in the heart of it. Eric, you need to do the Aurora CO officer involved shooting. I did see the Aurora, Colorado shooting. I did see that one. It didn't look good. But we can do that one on the next one for sure. Remind me, because I think we called out prior to this one. You weren't on this one, Brian, but Aurora, Colorado had another bad shooting, in my opinion. and
Okay.
this one doesn't look any better. They shot an unarmed person in an open field at the last one, and then in
Okay.
this one they shoot a unarmed dude in the roadway. But there was a gun involved in that one. I don't know enough about it. I think the gun got thrown somewhere that was out of play.
Right.
And then he
Huh.
just started trying to fight the cop, and the cop didn't go to like any other use of force. He just went straight to deadly force. So it doesn't look good.
No, that's not good.
So I'd like to
Yeah.
see more on it though. But Mr. Billfold said a federal position cannot really force the whole country to get on board with dog database. We can't even get nationwide body cams. Yeah, you ain't wrong there. There's some departments, dude, that they refuse to get body cams, and that just
Yeah.
shocks me. I don't get it.
Yeah, so I'm running. David asked, I'm not running against Cruz or Cornyn, so I'm running for the House of Representatives, and they are state senators, so or U.S. senators out of the state of Texas. So that's a different office, different race.
Okay.
So I'm not
Do you-
running. I'm not running against either of them.
Do you have any competition for this, or is it?
Yeah, so the incumbent is Jake Elzy. He is in the middle of his third term right now. There's
Oh,
a
so
couple
he's-
other. Yeah, he's an incumbent. So there's a couple other people in the race on the Democratic side, and then I heard that there's going to be another Republican that's going to announce. I don't know if he's officially announced or not yet, but
Okay.
yeah. So it's getting a little crowded, but that's okay. We're doing good.
Yeah. He was born in 1970 out of Amarillo, Texas.
Mhm.
That's about all I see. So I think you could take him in a fight. Oh, shoot. Sean Conway. I'm a former first responder, just moved to Dixon, Illinois, Lee County. I was defending myself with I'm assuming he means non-lethal self-defense tool. And the person who attacked me called the police. New to Dixon, Illinois, Lee County. I was arrested for criminal trespassing, domestic battery, for defending a family, and aggravated assault with a weapon. I have a court case. September 11th. That's a bad date. 1:30. Looking for dismissal. Well, I wish you luck, sir.
Yeah.
That always sucks. It always sucks to be put in that type of position. He says, I have a lawyer, Paul Whitcomb. Well, I'm glad you got a lawyer. I wish you the best of luck. But other than that, I got nothing else. Anybody else got anything else? You good, Brian? Brian, will you
Yeah, I'm
carry
good.
in Congress? You damn right he
Yes.
will. You damn
Yes.
right he will. He'll be carrying a staccato, baby, with it's
Just
Texas,
for you.
Texas freedom.
Texas made.
Yep. Texas made staccato. All right. I usually, if they're going to keep asking you questions, I'll let them pop up, but
That's fine.
it looks like we're.
You know what? You need to get somebody from Staccato on your podcast.
I don't know anybody from Staccato.
Well, let me call some people and I'll see if you can get some people on.
I would
there.
love to
That
get a
way you can-
Staccato person on here. Tell them to quit making badass guns that I can't afford. It's not fair.
Yeah.
Fucking horseshit. All right, guys. Looks like we're done. Everybody, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah. Thank y'all.
Stick around, Brian, once this ends.
Yeah.
Take it easy, guys.